See long throws come back in.
Can't stand it. I hate it. It's killing the game, especially the Premier League, the product. I mean, it's like watching non-league at the minute, some of the football I'm watching. You know, Spurs at the weekend, territory football, you know, head it out. Danso comes up, gets the tower, starts throwing. It's so one-dimensional. And Carragher's right. Like, I get it. Some of the lesser teams like Brentford, you got a long throw in it, you can cause problems, you can maybe create a chance. But the top teams doing long throw-ins. I can't believe what I'm watching. It's all down to Arsenal. Arsenal started this. Arsenal started the long throw, the set pieces. You know, they've killed the Premier League in terms of, you know, fluid football and enjoyable football.
Can Chelsea win the league? Have they got one of the best squads to win the league? Well, I just wanted to look back at actually how important set pieces were in teams who won the league. And I mentioned Zuma again, how important he's been this season. Frank Lampard knows how much a goal-scoring centre-back is important. He had John Terry, the best goal-scoring centre-back, I think, in Premier League history. But if we look at the last 10 years of teams who've won the title and how...
Teta, I said, are you concerned? The weapon of set pieces did, you know, become dammed up as opponents study. I said, what's the solution? Is there a new... He just said, different set pieces.
In the room.
Bertie, you changed my life! You changed my life! You changed my life! You changed my life! Bertie, you changed my life! You changed my life! Thank you! We're winning it all! We're winning it all! Bye-bye! Bye-bye, Gallagher! Back to Chelsea! Bertie, you changed my life! Bertie, you changed my life!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, if I didn't see the chat, for more Arsenal, I would not know I've been talking. Bro, I've been talking to myself for the past 30 minutes. Okay, it's only been like 20 minutes. It's only been like 20 minutes. But still, you guys get it. More Arsenal. Thank you so much, bro. Or sis. I don't know what you are. So, hey, I can't judge it. But yo, thank you. Because bro, man's just been talking to myself. I've literally just been talking. This is crazy. I need to fix this mic issue. Oh my days. This is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. You know, I'm just gonna have to go over my whole dialogue again because clearly no one heard the dialogue and I didn't even realize. I was just out here just talking and no one could hear me. Second time, Aki. Yeah, I'm not internet ready, bro. I'm not internet ready. I swear down. Yo, I'm not internet ready. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, bouncer would be shaming me right now. Yeah, man. All right. Let's start the show again. Hey, big up more Arsenal. That's gonna be the first intro of the day. Every single time, you know what I mean? Man told me no sound. All right. More Arsenal's a man. Big up my man. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. Trust me. Crazy. What? I got 24 hours for what, bro? I got 24 hours. You're a man, man. Oh, I got 24 hours to reply. Yeah, I get it. That's funny. All right, people. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Thank you to more Arsenal for allowing me to realize I was talking for 15 minutes without a mic and no one could hear me. So we are starting the show again. Guys, if it is your first time here, please like, comment, subscribe. You know, get into the comments section. Engage with the chat. You know, this is a very, very light-hearted community. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who has currently tuned in or is still tuned in. Bro, even you man that would listen to me talk to myself with no sound, thank you for being here. Because bro, guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I didn't realize I had no sound. I just saw 1 or 2 viewers, so I'm thinking, all right, there's people watching, not realizing y'all watching couldn't even hear me. That's crazy. That's alright, cool. Guys, Big Gabby's injured. You know, I spoke about the injury crisis before the international break, and that was only referring to our attacking, you know, our attacking options. You know, we have the likes of Gyökeres out, we have the likes of Madueke, we have the likes of Martinelli, we have the likes of Odegaard out. Look, up front, we're stressed. With Havertz is out, up front is not looking great. But with that being said, the defense looks solid. You know, touch wood, pause, everyone would have stayed fit. But that's not what happened after the international break. What we got is a 1 month to 2 month injury for our best defender. Our best defender. And look, this is not good. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, more Arsenal says sad times ahead. Yo, it definitely is sad times ahead, because in my personal opinion, we were good with the squad depth. Look, a lot of the Arsenal fans that went into the season said squad depth. We're happy. We're all happy with the squad depth. And I'm happy with the squad depth as well, because if we didn't have that squad depth, we wouldn't be first with 4 points, you know, ahead of, you know, second place Man City. If we didn't have the attacking squad depth that we needed. But now, defense is looking like it's falling apart. Defense is looking like it's falling apart. Look, you might say we have the defensive squad depth in regards to, like for like subs, right? Because if Timber goes out, Ben White comes in. If Saliba goes out, Mascara comes in. If Gabby goes out, and Cappy should come in. If Calafiori goes out, Miles Lewis Skelly should come in. You know what I'm saying? We have versatile defenders, but it's like for like. We have one of each position, bro. Two of our defenders are out at the moment, bro. If 2 more get injured, we're in a diabolical crisis. Diabolical crisis. We would only have 4 outright defenders. 4. Look. And that's not to say we didn't do enough business this summer. I personally feel like we did the right amount of business, simply because look at where we are in the table with the likes of so many injuries. We have 7 players out, guys. 7 players. Let's get into it. We're wishing Big Gabby a speedy recovery, man, because without you, we're probably going to be in the mud. Look, Gabby provides a lot for us as a team. As a defender that scores a lot of goals, yeah? A defender that scores a lot of goals, he provides so much for us, it's ridiculous. And I have to put it up here. Just because, why not, right? Show the stats. And I'll show you how vital this player is for Arsenal Football Club. So since 17-18 season, these are the amount of goals scored. Gabriel is top 3 in that list. Gabriel is top 3 with the least amount of he's not. He doesn't have the least amount of games. I was about to say the second least amount of games, right? No, yeah. He's got the second least amount of games, because Marco Alonso has 123 games with 19 goals, and Gabriel Magalhaes has 171 games played with 18 goals. And that's a lot less games with just 1 less goal. Look, people, we cannot understate what Gabby brings to us as a player, as a defender. Bro, he's nearing Van Dijk's goal record. He's nearing Van Dijk's goal record in almost less than 100 games. 100 games is a lot of games, bro. Obviously, it ain't 100 games to be exact, but you get the point, people. So, look, if people are coming there telling me, "Oh, Gabby being out ain't gonna make a big difference," you might have lost it. Do you know why I say you've lost it? Because you haven't seen proof of Gabby going out and we're doing what we need to do. No one's seen that, bro. We're top of the league right now. We're only 10 games into the season. Gabby is out, our best defender, in a crucial part of the season. Not to say also more players can't go down as well. Guys, like, people are reacting like other players can't go down. Bro, Calafiori's gone down. I haven't even touched on Calafiori. I haven't said nothing about Calafiori. That shows you how bad of the situation it is. Because for Gabby to go down, that's our goals gone. That's threat from the centre-back position gone. Now, let's touch on Calafiori. Calafiori's had an outstanding season so far. Maybe he is questionable. God knows. Because our Arsenal injury policy is very confusing when it comes to who's jumping on, who's playing, whatever's happening. Who actually knows, right? The injury policy at Arsenal is very confusing sometimes. But that's not the point right now. The point is, we have 2 defenders out. Now, the replacements that are coming up in the likes of Nkapi and Mascara, who can both play centre-back. Personally, I would vote Nkapi, to play to play centre back. Look, guys, I'm so happy with the Nkappi signing because I was out here screaming for Mark Gahey. Look, I honestly believe we need to go and sign someone like a Mark Gahey in the summer. I mean, bro, Mark Gahey and a Semenyo, 2 signings. The league is done, bro. Those 2 signings alone, we've secured the league. I don't care what anyone tells me. I'm coming back up here speaking with the maddest chest, bro. Because we would have the maddest squad depth with like-for-like replacements in every part of the field, no matter what. That's why I'm urging Arsenal to go for this player, Semenyo. Bro, 65 million release clause for Semenyo with an injury crisis up front where we don't have no players. Man are starving up front, bro. We've turned our midfielder, Mikel Moreno, to a striker. Bro, he better be a striker. Bro, he's not a midfielder, bro. I don't care what anyone tells me, because when that guy plays in midfield, he has an absolute stinker. And when I say stinker, he has a crazy stinker. Because I don't even notice where he is on the field. I don't notice what he's doing. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he's bad. Bro, I don't know if we're a man down when Moreno is playing midfielder. But when Moreno is playing striker, I'm like, yo, why is he not a striker? Why doesn't he play more up front? Bro, just give the guy time up front, because clearly he knows how to play up front. The brother has over 12 goal involvements in 18 games. Or is it 13 goal involvements in 18 games? Bro, look, for someone who has never played striker position in their life, that is crazy. Like, people need to stop under. People need to give credit when it's due. People need to give credit when it's due, and I feel like that's the problem with today's media. No one likes to give credit when it's due. Now, look, there's a reason why I brought it up, because I wanted to bring it up myself. Look, shout out to this guy, Paul Divock, I believe, ex-Premier League player. Now, I don't know who he is. Right? But he spoke on the Mikel Moreno shenanigans. I'm just gonna brush over this one quickly, guys. So don't worry about this one. But the Mikel Moreno shenanigans, right? As we can see, this is what he says. I just wanted to touch on it. He says, I think Mikel Moreno has been the most underrated signing of recent years. I think you got to look at how he came in as a midfielder, how he transformed himself into a centre forward last year when Arsenal had the injuries that they did. First point, same thing. Look, we had no players last year. Havertz gone out. We had Moreno up front scoring goals for us. Now Gyökeres out. Moreno's come in scoring goals for us. Moreno's scoring hat-tricks for Spain. Moreno's doing, like, bro, why is he scoring so many goals? Moreno's scoring goals for Spain, scoring hat-tricks, scoring headers. Come on, man. He knows where the goal is. He knows where the goal is. He clearly knows how to play in the box. He goes on to say, I like him. He's a really good player, and I do think he's underrated. He's a player that can chip in with goals when needed. He doesn't mind putting his foot in. When he plays up top, he puts himself about and causes problems, and I think he's been a really good signing. Sometimes players like that go under the radar a little bit when you're making big signings, especially this season at Arsenal with Gyökeres and Eze. They're easy on the eye and more flattering because of the price tag and where they've come from. But I'm pretty sure that his teammates, and especially Mikel Arteta and his staff, know how important he is, and probably realise that the value that Mikel's got in him. Quite literally. And I honestly believe Mikel does see the value in Mikel Moreno. Ha, no pun intended. Mikel. Maybe. But he knew to put him up front. I mean, maybe he put him up front just because of his size, but he knew to put him up front. That's a manager right there, bro. That's a coach right there. He's doing what he needs to do, man. Rate him. Now, obviously, back to the injury crisis, because obviously, man's done with the glazing real quick. Man's just stop the glazing on Mikel Moreno, because Unfortunately, it is an injury crisis stream. As we can see here, guys, Kai Havertz has had a minor relapse. A minor relapse. Bro, 2 weeks ago, I was hearing Kai Havertz is trying to run back to the training ground and start football again. Kai Havertz has had a minor relapse on his knee injury, but is doing well overall and is expected to return towards the playing end of the year. Germany manager Julian Nagelsmann has confirmed. Well, thanks, Julian. But this isn't great news. I was expecting this guy to be back soon, but now this just prolongs him coming back. And we need our players. We need them back. Well, we need all of them, bro. I'm telling you, man. Guys, it's not looking good for us. If the injury crisis continues, if players just keep dropping left, right, and center, I don't know how long we can hold on to the table at the top, bro. Because look, everyone's gonna complain, talking about, oh, we should have beat Sunderland. We should have beat Sunderland. Well, we had plenty of chances to beat Sunderland. We could have even won the game in the last second. Now, that's not the point. The point is we should have won the game. The point is Sunderland shouldn't have gone ahead first. The point is, what happened to the solid defensive record that Arsenal have? Huh? What happened then? But somehow Sunderland managed to go ahead. So, look, my thing is simple. This injury crisis cannot continue. And if it does continue, forget about even if. Forget about the ifs. No ifs, no buts. And you man will hear me say it more than once. Because I'm going to be here reporting any transfer news, any news regarding Arsenal Football Club. Even rival fans as well. But the point is, in January, we need to sign someone. We need to sign someone. I don't care who it is. Bro, the one person I can say I care who it is Semenyo. I want an attacker. I want an attacker. Especially someone like Semenyo who's in form. Don't forget that, guys. He's in form. He's balling right now. He's been getting better year after year. So that's the sort of player you need. Clearly his trajectory is getting higher. He's getting better. He's performing better. You know, he's striking the ball a lot better. We saw this summer. Over the summer, he works really, really hard. We saw his stats last season. People were discrediting his stats when I was on a panel show yesterday, talking about, oh, where was Semenyo 4 months ago? Bro, Semenyo was there, bro. He was Bournemouth's best player. That's why they signed him to a contract extension for higher wages. Like, come on, man. What are we doing there? What are we actually doing there? People just love to come online and talk was. All right. Obviously, I've already touched on this one, innit? But yeah, man. As we can see, guys, 7 players. Well, obviously 6 players, because I don't know. Gabriel Jesus is back, but 6 players are out, man. Martin, Kai, Gabriel, Victor, Noni, and Gabriel. It's mental stuff. Another point I was making as to why Gabby's a big miss for Arsenal, because people were trying to tell me I'm overreacting. Oh, 32 contested. Gabriel Magalhaes has the best ground duel success rate of any defender to play 500 plus minutes in the Premier League this season. 32 contested, 25% won. 25 won with 78.12% success rate. Bro, he gets the ball. He gets those duels. He gets it. He gets the ball. Put some respect on his name. Now, one last thing, because I got to touch on this before I go. This crook. Look, the PGMOL, I don't know what Arsenal have done, but I don't know why this is still going on. Michael Oliver will be in charge of Sunday's North London derby. It will be his first Arsenal game he has taken charge of since he incorrectly sent off Miles Lewis-Skelly in the game at Wolves back in January. Get this guy out of here, man. Get this guy out of it. Honestly, just looking at his face absolutely pisses me off. Bro, I swear down, just looking at his face drives me up the wall. Because when he referees our games, we lose. And I don't understand why that is. Look, those sort of correlations need to be looked at. They need to be looked at for gambling. Look, they need to be looked at for corruption. They need to be looked at. But in the UK, they ain't gonna look at it. They ain't gonna look at it. Look what happened in Turkey. Was it Turkey? Wherever it was, bro. They need to go and look at these refs, fam. I'm telling you, man. Look what happened in the NBA with the gambling scandal and match fixing and all of that stuff, bro. These refs, they need to check their phones, bro. They need to go and check it, fam. See if they place bets. I'm telling you, man. Check the group chats they're in. See if they're talking about placing bets and this and that, bro. Real talk, fam. Because this Michael Oliver guy is a crook. He's a crook of a ref, bro. He's a crook. I swear down. Every time he refs a game, we lose or have a bad game. Why? Because the guy's a crook. Ain't got nothing to do with Arsenal, bro. Because I don't know why a ref is impacting the game. Refs should be there to just referee the game, get decisions correct. But the guy just wants to be a star because Arsenal are playing. Twat. Absolute twat. Bro, literally, look at the first comment. This ref on City payroll. That's hilarious. Look, oh my days. Oh, the graphics even here. Look, building on the amazing work done by Scott J. Wills, I've made a simple viz to compare Michael Oliver's refereeing decisions to top 6, and the results are quite concerning if you're an Arsenal fan. To start with, Oliver polishes Arsenal nearly twice as harshly as any Premier League side. Bro, why is this possible, bro? What, like, why? Why? Look at the stats. If we're just talking top 6, why do we have that many red cards? Bro, we're not even a violent team. We're not a violent team. It's like, oh, people talk about, oh, they want to see Arsenal play tiki-taka. Bro, what do you think man are doing? Man are just trying to pass the ball. Sending off Miles Lewis-Skelly wrongfully. But we don't get nothing for it. Bro, it's a joke, man. Honestly, guys, it's a joke having Michael Oliver being a ref for this game. I honestly cannot believe it. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And it just shows you the PG, MOL, whatever it is, they're done, bro. They have it in for us, bro. Because why would they put him against our rivals to referee the game when the last game he did was an absolute shambles? Bro, no, Wayne forgot, bro. Wayne forgot. These PGMO guys are all crooks as well, man. They're all crooks. This is just a joke. This is just an absolute joke. Okay, people. And I'm gonna wrap up the show quickly, but just before I do that, these are the list of games that Big Gabby's gonna miss. Look, I could cry. Like, and the reason why I could cry is because, look, I haven't seen Nkapi in replacement for Big Gabby. I haven't seen I haven't seen Mascara in replacement for Big Gabby for almost 2 months. Look at the amount of games, people. Bro, what? Arsenal versus Tottenham versus Bayern versus Chelsea versus Brentford versus Villa. Come on, man. We even faced Villa twice in 1 month. That's crazy. More Arsenal. Why are you blaming Arteta though? Like, how is it Arteta's fault, bro? We have the squad depth. We had squad depth, bro. No one went into the season talking about we didn't have squad depth. It's now, it can't be Arteta's fault that all the players are just going down injured, bro. Like, honestly, I need to understand your mindset on why you said blame Arteta. Why should I blame Arteta? Bro, if Saka goes down, we're pissed, bro. We're pissed. We're absolutely pissed. But look, injuries are gonna happen. Injuries are going to happen. I'm not even gonna come here and talk about, oh, injuries ain't gonna happen, bro. Injuries are gonna happen. But I don't expect us to get squad depth in the summer. I don't expect us to get squad depth in the summer and then all our attackers are down, bro. I don't expect it. I don't expect it. No one does. More Arsenal says overplaying players. Bro, look, I agree that he overplayed players. But also, what option did he have? What option did he have prior to this season? Bro, last season, everyone's screaming, we need squad depth. We need squad depth. This season, we get squad depth. All of them are injured. Bro, you can't blame the guy. Honestly, you can't blame the guy. Bro, even on top of that, he came out in press conferences last year talking about we need players. The club signed no one. But no one wants to point out the fact that Arteta came out multiple times saying in press conferences that we needed players. No one points that out. Everyone talks about the fact that we didn't sign anyone. Well, whose fault is that to not sign anyone? It's the owners. It's not Arteta's fault, bro. So look, I can't blame Arteta. Gabriel was out for 3 months, didn't have a pre-season. Yeah, and that's not Arteta's fault, bro, because, bro, Gabriel was out and he got injured on international break. Gabriel was out. He didn't have a pre-season. They took time to bring him back. He didn't rush him back. And on top of that, bro, it's like he got injured during international break on a stupid friendly that means nothing, which has happened multiple times to Arsenal players. So look, I can't blame Mikel for that, man. Yes, you're being really harsh, more Arsenal. You're being harsh. He definitely, yeah. Look, yeah, it's not Arteta's fault. It can't, bro. It can't be. I don't understand how it is. I don't understand how it is. Take off Saka, play Ethan and Wary. Take off Saka and play Ethan, bro. Like, look. Okay. That's fine and that's fair. That's all well said. I agree. But are you referring to last season? Are you referring to this season? Because if you're saying take off Saka and play Ethan and Wary, Nweri is looking like they're trying to make Nweri an attacking midfielder. It looks like they're trying to make Ethan Nweri a replacement for Odegaard. We know he can play right winger, but apparently, according to Mikel Arteta, and you know, I guess what's his name? Nweri, he's trying to have Nweri play CAM. The person he wants on the right wing is looking like Max Dowman, because we've been giving Max Dowman more time. You're saying this season, take Saka off and play Ethan Nweri this season. Yeah, you know, look, I agree, but it's a difficult one, bro. I agree. I totally agree, but then I don't agree at the same time because Saka needs to play, bro. It's like saying don't play your best player, bro. He's literally the most important player when it comes to attack. He has to play, bro. Saka has to play. So this season, I agree that Saka needs more rest. And when I say more rest, I mean Saka doesn't have to start every single game in regards to FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Every Prem game, maybe, if it depending on the players. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like Saka just needs good rotation. He needs good rotation. I don't feel like you replace him for Nweri. You get what I mean? Yeah, man. And look, I would want Max Diamond to play. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited off of this prodigy talk, bro. Yeah, Max Diamond is 15, but look, what Max Diamond has shown is that he can play with the adults. He can play with the big boys. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, man. Look, give Mikel Arteta a bit more leeway. He loses the ball too much in midfield and wary. More Arsenal. Yeah, I haven't been happy with Ethan Nweri's performance in midfield. I have not been happy with the way Ethan has played in midfield this season. However, I feel like what Arteta said in regards to the Ethan Nweri thing is that he's looking for stability for Ethan Nweri. He's looking for, I guess, you know, somewhere on the field he can call his own, somewhere he feels extremely comfortable. Now, obviously, as fans, we've seen him play on the right wing, and we're all excited to say, yeah, he should play right wing, he should play right wing. But if the manager is in training and he's watching him in training, and he's a really good CAM in training, and he also wants to play CAM, bro, it's like, you know, let the guy play CAM. Now, if he's stinking up the place consistently as an attacking midfielder, then that's a different conversation. But up until then, I say, yeah, man, let him explore. 6 years, a lot of leeway and getting grace. But it hasn't been 6 years, bro. It hasn't been 6 years. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. Look. It's been 3 years, more Arsenal. And you know why I say it's been 3 years and not been 6? Because we've only been competing for 3 years, bro. If you want to be real, it's been 20 years, bro. It's been 20 years. So this 06 talk, it's not Arteta's fault. This is what I'm in. It's not Arteta's fault. On top of that, he also won a trophy in his first season at Arsenal. People are gonna come here and talk about, oh, it's what's his name? Unai Emery's trophy. Unai Emery's trophy. Bro, no one's talking about Unai Emery anymore, bro. Because do you know why? Unai Emery is not competing for the Premier League. It's as simple as, bro. It's as simple as. Unai Emery gave us a 20-game unbeaten run with bare draws. Now, I can't even count how many draws was in that 20-game unbeaten run. Only to amount to absolutely nothing. Not even compete. And only to take us to a finals and get battered. So, look. I can wait, bro. I'm waiting. I'm not going to lie to you. How I see it, in my opinion, if you ask me more, Arsenal, it's been 3 years since we've been competing under Mikel Arteta. It's been 3 years that I've seen that my team has gotten better consistently. So in that 3 years that we've been competing, we've been getting better. Obviously, last year, people are going to say last year we came second and we drew how many games. But if you actually be realistic, last year we went to the Champions League semi-finals beating Real Madrid with Moreno up front. So, bro, give the guy some time. The guy clearly knows how to sign players and what players to sign. On top of that, bro, you said he's been here for 6 years, bro. In those 6 years, do you think he's the one that signed all those players? You don't think Edu is doing what Edu does? Huh? You don't think Edu is doing what Edu does and he's gone over to Nottingham and is doing the same thing? Signing a bunch of meaty players and giving them extortionate wages, bro. Edu put Martinelli on 180 racks a week. Jesus on 260 racks a week. Havertz on 290 a week. Bro, Edu is the downfall of, bro, Edu stagnated this club for 6 years. I'm sorry, people need to analyze what's actually happening. Forget about the narrative, bro. Stop listening to people online. Stop listening to people online. Analyze the situation yourself. Take everything into consideration. Bro, man, I'm gonna come here and tell me, bro, he's been here for 6 years. Bro, of course he's been here for 6 years. But in those 6 years, 3 out of the 6 years, you have been happier 3 years than the last 15 years of my life, bro. Do you not understand? Like, literally, the last 3 years have been happier than the last 15. Yeah, big up Bertha. Bro, more Arsenal. Big up Bertha. I absolutely agree. And that's the point. Look, you need a manager that knows what he's doing. Arteta has shown he knows what he's doing. And you need a sporting director that knows what he's doing. Andre Bertha has shown us he knows what he's doing. I say what I see. And fair enough. I mean, bro, more Arsenal, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not saying you know you're echoing other people. That's not what I'm saying to you. I'm just saying, like, bro, that's the same argument that people are gonna come over. People are gonna come to me over and say, oh, 6 years. But look, 6 years, you're right. It has been 6 years. But for those 6 years, what did he have to do, bro? Like, look, Mascara at Chelsea did not need to come in and sell the whole squad. He didn't need to come in and got it. He didn't need to come in and make a whole new atmosphere and a whole new you know, I don't know, team camaraderie or whatever you say, however you say the word. He didn't need to come and do any of that. Sloth. He didn't need to go to Liverpool and change the whole team. He didn't need to do any of that. Like there are circumstances for different clubs, and I feel like Arsenal's circumstances were so special because it is what it is, bro. It's the same thing with Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp had to build that team, bro. Jurgen Klopp had to build that team. Yeah, he did it in a lot less time, but he built the team. Arteta had to build Arsenal Football Club. Bro, it's a fact. He had to build it. You know what I'm saying? So, look. In my opinion, I've said, I feel like we win it this season. Yeah. I feel like the club needs to push as well as, you know, Arteta doing the right thing at the same time. When I say the club needs to push, I mean in January, we need to go and sign someone. Like, let's not actually kid ourselves here. We should be signing someone in January if we are being, you know, real about being a serious club. So there we go, man. There we go. Bro, why are my likes going down? What's going on? You guys are not liking what I'm saying? Huh? You guys ain't liking what I'm saying? Likes just disappearing. It's crazy. That is so crazy. Alrighty, yo, people. Thank you to everyone who has joined today. It's been a very good morning show. Obviously, done told you we are in the mud. But that being said, as much as we have just complained about Arteta, I do feel we win the league this season, bro. Now, obviously things can change because if the whole defense falls, you know, into an abyss of just injuries and injuries upon injuries, then you know, there's not much I can say in that sense because we'll be pissed. But you know, I feel we can hold it down, and I feel like with reinforcements in January, we definitely hold it down. It's the bottom gooners. Hey, more Arsenal. Do you know why that's so funny that you said that, bro? Imagine I was literally just randomly, you know, when you're just going about your day and you just randomly have a random thought and it comes to you, right? In my head, I was thinking, I remember the conversation in the chat and someone was laughing about the top gooner, and do they even know what it means? Like, bro, why would you want to be called a top gooner, first of all? And second of all, no one could ever refer to me as a top gooner. Because, first of all, that's crazy. I'm a gunner. Yeah, I'm not a gooner. I'm a gunner. Yeah, I support Arsenal. None of this gooner stuff. That's crazy. Listen. With the slang nowadays, and with the way social media is moving, with the way kids are calling man unk and that. Look. No top gooners over here, bro. None of that stuff. Literally. And you know what's funny? I swear to God, yeah. I feel like them man that are just consistently being negative are pure bottom gooners. They're pure bottom gooners. They have to be. The bottom gooners, yeah. And bro, that has to be a mad name. Has to be a mad name. No, bottom gooners are diabolical. Well, look, if Lee Gunner started top gooner, I'm starting bottom gooner. I swear down, I'm starting bottom gooners, because all these negative fans, that literally go online every day to complain about the club and Mikel Arteta, they're bottom gooners, bro. Think about it. Look, mentally, yeah, it's not good for you. Like, mentally, neurologically, it's not good for you to to complain every day. Bro, I'm sure there's a science to it. It's not good for you, bro. Look, in fact, I'm gonna ask AI right now, because I know it's not good for you. I know it's not good for you. I know it's that's crazy, man. Right. Look. Okay, cool. This is a short. Goddamn. According to Grok, yeah, the short-term effects, right? Complaining activates the stress response and reinforces negative neural pathways. Studies are shown, blah blah blah, show the more you complain, the worse you feel, even if the complaint is justified. Bro, there are scientific studies to this. So look, if you can sit there and listen to someone complain every single day, you yourself also have problems. Because, bro, I'm sorry. Like, look, I used to consume a lot of Lee Gunner content. I consume a lot of content, right? And you got to switch it up, and you got to switch it here and there. And look, Lee Gunner, not gonna lie, is right in certain things that he says. Lee Gunner is right when it comes to certain things. But there are also a lot of things that I'm watching the guy and I'm just thinking, bro, are you being for real? Like, are you being for real? Like, bro, relax. Relax. You know what I mean? But hey, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And if he wants to come online and complain every day, he can do that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. It's not my heart. It's not my neural pathways. You know, it's not my brain cells that are getting fried. So, hey, each to their own. Gonna Life says, big up you. Big up. You spoke facts. Hey, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know where I spoke the facts, but look, that's all I try to do on this channel, man. That's all I try to do on this channel. Speak facts. Yeah? No fugazi, people. No fugazi. And spread positivity, people. Let's be positive, man. All this negative Nancy stuff, it's a bit jarring. Negative Nancy's it's terrible, man. It's terrible. Look, bro, short-term effects even says you train your brain to scan for negatives. The reticular activating system starts prioritizing threats and problems. You literally see more things to complain about. Confirmed by neuroplasticity studies. Bro, like, it's a joke. Look, long-term effects after years. Now look, if we look at the likes of certain people that have been complaining every day for years, you could say some people suffer from this condition. And let's point out the conditions, right? One condition, long-term effects, higher risk of depression and anxiety. 25-year study published in JAMA Psychiatry link chronic negative thinking to patterns significantly higher rates of clinical depression. Also says lot shorter lifespan. The famous non-study and other longevity research found that people with positive emotional writing in early adulthood lived 7 to 10 years longer on average. Bro, you might have been complaining every day, man, just gonna drop dead, bro. Gone on Life said it was about 3 years that you said we started competing. Reflecting back, and I agree with you. Thank you, Gone on Life. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for clarifying exactly where you felt I spoke the facts. I appreciate that. Trust me. Yeah, man. Like, look, in my opinion, I feel like the Arteta issue, yeah, is blown out of proportion. Obviously, look, my thing is, even with Arteta, like, first season, we can't even count the first season, guys. Let's be for real. We can't count the first season. We shouldn't count the first season. He finished 8th and he won a trophy. Yeah. All right. You know, let's move on now. It is what it is. The second season, he finished 8th, and then the third season, he finished 5th after just falling short of the Champions League. So, all right, cool. We're now expected just about make it to Champions League, but we skipped 4th, 3rd, and yeah, we skipped 4th and 3rd and just jumped to 2nd place and 1st place competing. We skipped that part, but no one mentions the fact that we skipped 3rd and 4th. No one's excited about the fact that, oh my days, this guy took a team from not competing at all, not even close, not even being in the conversation to compete, to actually being a terrifying team where everyone plays low block against us, where everyone changes their tactic against us, where even Pep Guardiola has changed his tactics again this season to play against Arsenal Football Club. So look, there are plenty of positives there in my personal opinion. Yet we haven't finished it off with a trophy. But to sit there and then say to me, oh, a guy that's 5 points away from 2 Premier League trophies in total. Like, the first season we were 2 points away. Second season we were 3 points away. Bro, man's 5 points away from, he would have won 2 trophies. And man are gonna sit here and tell me he's not capable of winning a trophy. It doesn't make any sense. Literally. People talk about going on a journey, going on a journey, going on a journey. If you can go that far, why do you think he can't cross the line? Like, what are you basing your evidence on? Why do you think he can't cross the line? Because if you're going to say, oh, he can't win a trophy, well, he's won the FA Cup. Bro, I'm telling you, fam, people are just ridiculous when it comes to judging Arsenal and judging Mikel Arteta and just blowing everything out of proportion. So, look, I would love to argue with one of those top gooners. Or, sorry, bottom gooners. I would love to argue with one of those bottom gooners. But, yeah, man. You know, that day will come because I will grill him. I will grill him. I'm not going to lie to you. I will actually grill him. People are just so unrealistic. It's just ridiculous. But, guys, let's get it, man. It's been a good show. Quick 1 hour. I know my consistency ain't been there, but thank you to everyone who has tuned in today, man. I appreciate you all. Trust me. Please like, comment, subscribe as per usual, man. You know. Look, transfer window coming up. I hope we sign Semenyo. Let me even touch on the Semenyo subjects before we leave. Quick one, because I do have it in my likes. There we go. So as we can see, reported 2 days ago, Bournemouth may be powerless to prevent Anton Semenyo's sale in January. Contract includes 65 million release clause available to all clubs, but must be triggered by set dates, so Bournemouth get time to replace. Applies again in summer at a lower price, which is very interesting. Now, do you go for a player like Mbeumo in January for 65 million if you want to win the Prem? I think so. Do you try and wait for him to, you know, get possibly more clubs interested in summer? Hell no. Now, why a player like Semenyo interests me is because Semenyo's come out multiple times and stated he's an Arsenal fan. He loves playing at the Emirates. You know, he loves Arsenal. He's been an Arsenal from young age and blah, 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 blah. And one thing Arteta and Bertha and all these men have said is that they want to recruit players that want to play for Arsenal. They want to recruit players that support Arsenal. Now, you know what I mean? I think that's a very good philosophy to go by. It's a very good philosophy to go by. Don't just go for players that, you know, are really good. Go for players that are really good and support Arsenal. How about that? You know what I mean? And I think that's only going to work out in Arsenal's favour. It ain't going to be like Chelsea, where we just have a bunch of players that just come to join Chelsea because, you know, it's going to raise their profile and they're going to be here and probably play Champions League and, you know what I mean? Guys, thank you to everyone tuning in, man. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, man, more videos will be out. Big up all the top gooners, all the bottom gooners. Big up more Arsenal. And big up Gunner Life, man. Every day. Gunner Life for real. Literally, man's a gunner. Man's not a gooner. Man's a gunner. I like the name Gunner Life. And more Arsenal. That's hey, man. You man are lit. These are real Arsenal fans over here. Appreciate you all. Guys, make sure to tune in. Please turn on notifications, you know, for future references. When you know, want man to go live. I will try to keep consistent with my morning streams, so please bear with me on the morning streams. The morning streams have been somewhat sporadic, but yeah, I will try to be consistent with the morning streams around about. Look, basically, yeah, obviously everyone knows Tom Canton and the Gooner Talk, so I don't really want to be going on when Tom Canton is online. So as soon as Tom Canton finishes his streams, and he normally streams at like 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. He normally streams for about 45 minutes. Yeah. So my streams will probably be on from like 9:30 or 9 o'clock. That's when my streams will be on. After Tom Canton, after the Gooner Talk. Turn on notifications, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know why I have a comics, but I do need it. Big up more Arsenal. Appreciate it. Peace out, guys.